The Pittsburgh Basketball Club Pro-Am playoffs tipped off Monday night at Greentree. Plenty of Pitt Panthers in action, and they did not disappoint. In Game 1, the Lair, featuring Dante Taylor, and the return of Isaiah Epps, playing in his first game since the very first night of the league. They came into the playoffs as the 3 seed, taking on the 6 seed center court, featuring J.J. Moore, John Johnson, Kem Birch, and Nick Rivers. Johnson actually went all Joe Namath on me last week and guaranteed that his center court team, despite having the worst record in the league heading into the playoffs, was going to win the whole thing, and on Monday they got one step closer. Taylor got the scoring started for the Lair, but he did most of his damage in the second half as he was held in check by Birch early on. And Birch seems to be getting better every night, had probably his most impressive outing of the summer thus far. Here he gets the board, runs the floor, trails the play, right back to him off the glass and in. Birch was scoring around the rim, pulling down rebounds and blocking shots, of course, and get this, he just got his wisdom teeth out a few days ago. His first shot, he might not have blocked it, but he certainly altered it. The second one, he definitely got a piece of. And then on offense, ball gets tapped around. He's going to come up with it, lays it in off the glass for the bucket and the foul. And this you just love to see, off of his own miss, playing above the rim, gets the board and slams it back home. Birch finished with 12 points, 13 boards, and around 5 or 6 blocks. Another shot either altered or partially blocked there, but it's the guy you see scoring here that really dominated in this one from start to finish. Yes, J.J. Moore was spectacular once again for center court. He was filling it up right from the start. No surprise there. On this play, the rebound's going to end up in his hands, banging inside for the tough 2 points. And then handling the ball in transition. No one's going to be able to stop him. Knifes right through the defense for the finger roll. And again, working inside, goes right by his defender, can't get it, but he's going to keep it alive, tip in his own miss. And then off the rebound in the corner, you can't give him that much room. Money. But that's the trouble with guarding Moore. If you don't play off of him, boom, that's what's going to happen. You go right by you for the lay-in. And folks, what you're about to see here is just stupid. Take a listen. It really just seems like he gets more explosive every night. And more importantly, his shot selection is getting better every night. He needed just 17 shots and net 29 points, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc, 11 for 17 from the floor, no turnovers. Great performance from Moore. But his sidekick, John Johnson, Johnny Flip, was fabulous as usual as well, going for 19 points on 6 for 13 shooting, 4 for 7 from downtown. Here he goes right past Epps to the hoop, off the glass and in, and then bringing the defense as he always does, getting right up in Epps' grill, not giving him any room. Epps is going to lose it. Nick Rivers with the steal, and the beautiful pass ahead to Johnson for the finger roll. Speaking of sweet passes, Johnson's not going to get an assist for this one since it isn't hockey, but he should as it leads to the easy bucket. His outside shot, which is sometimes inconsistent, was pretty reliable for him on Monday as he pulls up and drains that one. He really started to heat up in the second half. This next 3 was huge as it gave center court a 10-point lead with just over 5 minutes left. Epps must have been rusty because he really struggled, finishing with just 1.1 assists and 4 turnovers. But fortunately for the Lair, his teammate Dante Taylor was an absolute monster in the second half and helped him keep it close. He finished with 20 and 12 in this one, and he literally moves the hoop with this thunderous jam. But it wasn't just dunks for the big man. He was finishing with ease around the rim off the nice pass there. And this one a pretty impressive, smooth play as he picks it up and lays it in one motion. And what would a Dante Taylor highlight be without his little baby hook? And on this play, literally 4 blue shirts try to stop him. Powers through all of them to get the and one. And this just in, if you don't box him out, you're going to get dunked on. Oh my. But all that from Taylor wasn't enough as center court goes on to get the 73-60 upset over the Lair, and they move on to face PGT Trucking in the semis. In the second quarterfinal matchup, Ashton Gibbs and Lamar Patterson, with help from Gary McGee for SPK Law, squared off against Talib Zana, Duron Johnson, and Aaron Nwankwo of UPMC, and this one wasn't even close. Johnson and Zana put up 14 and 13 respectively for UPMC, but Ashton Gibbs was just a one-man wrecking crew for SPK Law. He was getting it done from the outside, from the inside, you name it. He did it on Monday night with one of the more eye-popping stat lines you'll probably see at the Greentree Pro-Am. 31 points, 12 for 17 shooting, 3 for 7 from three-point range, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 6 boards, 5 assists, just 2 turnovers. If there was any doubting that Ashton Gibbs was the best player in this league before tonight, it should have been erased after that magnificent display by the senior guard. His teammates didn't really have to do much, but Patterson chipped in 11 points, including that alley-oop, and McGee had 9 and 7 boards with a couple of high-flying slams. But other than the scoring and relatively strong play from Johnson and Zana, as well as this backboard alley-oop to walk on Aaron Nwankwo making his first appearance, nothing was working for UPMC in this one, and SPK Law cruises to a 98-65 win, and they make a statement as they move on to face PBC, the #1 seed, in the semifinals. So a great first night of the postseason at the Pro-Am. Center Court upsets the Layer. SPK Law takes down UPMC. The semifinals will take place Tuesday and should only be better. I'm Brian Batko from Panther Sports Network.
Go. What? Look, I don't care.